You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. Mm-hmm. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right.
Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right. So
bullshit. I don't know if she's a home wrecker or not. I can't answer that, but I know that what she's doing in people's homes is just wrecking it.
Okay, listen, if there's one thing Lisa Raye is never gonna do, it's sit back and let someone disrespect her and just walk away like nothing happened. Oh no, honey, especially when the betrayal comes from someone she once called a friend. And guess who's still in the hot seat after all this time? Nicole Murphy. Yup, Lisa's still coming with the smoke because apparently Nicole slept with Lisa's then husband Michael Missick behind her back. While they were friends, y'all. Lisa recently came out with a bombshell video revealing all the juicy, messy details about what really went down between Michael and Nicole. And girl, it is exactly what we'd expect from Lisa. She does not hold back. You know Lisa always stands on business, period.
Because I only have beef with two people in this world, and the whole world know who that is. That's Dwayne Martin and Nicole Murphy. They're my only two.
Okay, hold on.
And so she said to me, I don't want us to have this beef between us. Because we're older women, we're in the business, we're gonna see each other. And I said to myself, I said to her, I don't either. Because this don't have to be. However, if you're gonna tell me a story, tell me the truth. If you're not gonna tell me the truth, walk away.
Right.
When she said what she said, I took what she said. And I was like, okay, it was a goddamn lie, but it was like, okay.
Now let's rewind a bit because the mess didn't just start there. Did y'all peep how Nicole started switching up real quick after blowing through that $15 million from her divorce with Eddie Murphy? Like, girl, how do you even burn through that much money? Granted, yes, she was scammed out of some of it, but still, it left her struggling to figure out what her next move was gonna be. So first she tries to lock down Michael Strawn, gets engaged, only to dip because she didn't want to sign that prenup. Then she hops to Jimmy Jackson, then Nick Cannon, and boom, lands on Antoine Fuqua. And why? Because she only had one child left under 18 and those child support checks about to dry up. Girl was clearly looking for her next financial lifeline, but getting with Antoine, that's when people had enough. Like, sis, it's one thing to go after single rich men, but married ones? Married to your friends? She had the nerve to call Antoine a family friend and said it was just a friendly hello. Baby, who the hell greets family friends with a full-on French kiss? Make it make sense. Word on the street is Eddie Murphy himself was heated and made her apologize publicly. And out of nowhere, Nicole starts with the I'm so sorry statements. Yeah, okay.
I was hearing from my sources that she had called the paparazzi to take the pictures of her.
That's what I thought anyway.
And that this is not the first time she's done it. And that the reason why she's doing it is because she, in fact, actually does want to be with him.
Of course.
And she, in fact, if they're kissing like that, you know they f***ing.
What are the odds that these two black people would be in Italy and run into each other if they did not leave America to go to Italy together?
And what are the odds that paparazzi does not checking for either one of them is going to find them in some remote place in Italy to take pictures?
But was she really sorry or just sorry she got caught? Because let's be real, Nicole's been in the industry long enough to know better. No one was buying that weak apology. And you better believe Lisa Raye wasn't either.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know?
Okay.
And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Ever since this whole mess came out, Lisa's been dragging Nicole every chance she gets, calling her a homewrecker and saying she purposely targets married men. And girl, based on her history, Lisa might not be wrong. So back to the core of the drama. Nicole had an affair with Lisa's husband, Michael Missick, while they were still married. Yes, they were friends. Maybe industry friends, maybe real friends, but Nicole was at their wedding. That should count for something, right? And the wildest part? Lisa tried to talk to Nicole about it privately, but Nicole straight up denied it, acted like she would never even consider Michael like that. Lisa was like, oh, really? Bet. She pulled out receipts, honey. She had records showing Nicole flew out to Turks and Caicos on Michael's private jet, and when Lisa confronted Michael, he didn't even deny it, not even a little. As soon as Lisa dropped those receipts, Nicole ghosted her. No more calls, no more explanations, just silence. And that's when their so-called friendship came to an end. Cold.
Here's the thing, Leela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Leela Rashawn's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
But when she sat her ass on that Wendy Williams couch and lied and said that I was a liar, that's what brought this back up. Then it was like, no, we talked about this. We don't have to talk about this publicly. Come see me. Come see me. Yeah. And I mean that even right now today. Come and see me.
Now look, Lisa's not out here acting like she's some saint either. She even admitted that she's made her own mistakes in the past. Y'all remember the time she was allegedly the side chick to Gary Payton? And sis didn't just sneak around, she pulled up to his house and told his wife herself. Whew, the audacity. But here's the difference. Lisa learned from it. She moved on. Meanwhile, Nicole's just out here doing the same shady stuff over and over like she don't care who she hurts. And let's not forget, Lisa and Nicole were friends. So Nicole's name never should have been in the mix with Lisa's man. Ever. That's why people are still coming for Nicole. And Lisa? Oh, she's not letting it go. She's been holding her ground for years. She is not letting this one slide under the rug. And honestly, can we blame her? Revenge is best served cold, and Nicole Murphy is getting it served ice cold. Lisa is not letting her live this down. As long as Lisa Raye is breathing, Nicole will never know peace for sleeping with her husband while smiling in her face. And she's not wrong at all. But here's the big question. Do y'all think Lisa should still be bringing this up after all these years? Or should she finally let it rest? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe. You know I'll be back with more tea. Bye, Betties.